Expect from a local newspaper. An ominous, unknown killer is still at large. After weeks of unplanned murders, the anonymous unknown killer is still on the rise. After a little invention had been found, a young boy states that he survived one of the killer attacks and bravely tells his backstory. I had a bad dream, and I woke up in the middle of the night, said the boy. I saw the same reason, no, that for some reason the window was open. Every, even though I remember being close before I went to bed, I got up and shut it once more. Afterwards, I simply crawled under my covers and tried to get back to sleep. That's when I had a strange feeling that someone was watching me. I looked up and nearly jumped out of my bed. There was a ray of light, aluminum from behind my curtains. Were a pair of true eyes. They weren't regular eyes. They were dark, anonymous eyes. They were bored in black. Just plain terrifying. That's when I saw his mouth. It was a long, horrid smile that made every hair on my body stand up. The figure stood watching me. Finally, after seeming like forever, he said a simple phrase, but said in a only a mad man could speak. He said, "Go to sleep. Let out scream." That's what sent him at me. He pulled up a knife, aiming for my heart. He just jumped on top of my bed. I fell back. I kicked. I punched him. I rolled, trying to knock him out of me. That's when my dad busted in. The man threw a knife in and went into my dad's shoulder. The man probably would finish him off if one of the neighbors hadn't alerted the police. They drove into the parking lot, and they ran towards the door. The man turned and ran down the hall. I heard smash like a glass breaking. As I came out of my room, I saw the window that was pointing toward the back of my house was broken. When I looked out to see him vanish into disappearance, I can tell you one thing. I never forgot his face, his cold, evil eyes, his little psycho smile. Then will never leave my head. Police are still on the look for this man. If you see anyone that fits the description in the story, please contact your local police department. Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. His dad got a prompt at his work, and they thought it would be best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother Lou couldn't complain though. A better neighborhood. Jeff and his brother Lou couldn't. A better house. What was not to love? As they got unpacked, one of their neighbors came by. "Hello, I'm Barda. I live across the street from you." "Well, I just wanted to tell you hello, introduce myself, and introduce my son." She turned around and called her son and yelled over, "Billy!" These are our new neighbors. Billy said hi, and then he ran off to play in his yard. Well, said Jeff's mom, I'm Margaret, and this is my husband Peter and my two sons, Jeff and Luke. Sorry if I pronounced them. They introduced themselves, and Sparta invited them to his son's birthday. Jeff and his brothers were about to object when they heard their mother say they would love to. When Jeff and his family was done packing, Jeff went to his mom. Mom, why would you invite us to some kid's party? If you haven't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid. Jeff, his mother. We we just moved here. We should be wanting to spend times with our neighbors. Now we're going to that party final. Final. Jeff started to talk, but he stopped himself, knowing that he couldn't do anything. Whether his mom said something, it was final. He walked through his room and plopped onto his bed. He sat there looking at the ceiling when he suddenly got a weird feeling. Not much of pain, but a weird feeling. He dismayed it, and just some random feeling, he heard his mother call him down to get his stuff, and he walked to get it. The next day, Jeff walked downstairs to get breakfast and get ready to go. As he sat there eating breakfast, he got up again and got that feeling. This time it was stronger. It gave him a slight tug pain, but once more dismayed it. As he and Lou finished breakfast, they walked down to the bus stop. They sat at the bus stop and they all stood. Some kid on a skateboard jumped over to them an inch of their laps. They both jumped. Hey, what the heck? The kid landed and turned to them. He kicked off his skateboard and caught his hand. The kid seemed about 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. He was wearing an appropriate shirt and blue jeans. Well. New meat. Suddenly, the two kids appeared, and a super skinny and the other one huge. Well, since you're new here, I'll introduce ourselves. Over there is Kent. Jeff and Lou looked over and to the skinny guy. He popped his face that would expect a sidekick to have another, and he's Troy. He looked over to the fat kid, talking in a large tub. The kid looked like he had an excuse since he was crawling. And I'm the first kisser. I'm Randy. Now, for all the kids in the neighborhood, there's a small prize for the bus fare. If you catch my drift. Lou stood there listening, punching the light out of the kid's his eye. When one of his friends pulled out a I hope you would be cooperative, but it seems we must do this the hard way. The kid walked up to Luke and took the wallet out of his pocket. Jeff got over that weird feeling again. Now it was truly strong and burning sense. He stood up, but Lou gestured him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid. Lou gently set him down. Listen, here, you little punk. Give back my brother's wallet or else. Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own mace. And what will you do? He finished. Just silent. Jeff popped the kid's nose. As Randy reached his face, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it. Randy screamed and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Troy and Jeff rushed. Jeff rushed. He flashed Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy to the ground. Kes slashed out at him, but Jeff dodged the stab, him in the arm. Kes dropped his knife and fell to the ground screaming. Troy rushed to him too, but Jeff didn't need the knife. He just punched him. Troy punched Troy straight in the stomach and Troy went down. He puked all over. Lou could do nothing but amazed of Jeff. Jeff, how? You, he said. That was all he said. But he came out of the bus. They all be blamed for the whole thing. So they started running as fast as they could. As they ran, looking back at the bus driver, rushing over to Randy and the others. As Jeff and Lou made it to school, they didn't care what happened. All they did was sit and listen. Lou just thought of his brother beating a few kids, but Jeff knew that wasn't more. It was something crazy, scary. As he got that feeling, how couldn't he feel happy? He felt a strange going away and stank the entire school. Even as he walked home due to the bus, anymore, he felt happy. When he got home to his parents, they asked him how his day was, and he said, "It was a wonderful day." Next morning, he heard knocks on the front of his door. He walked to find two police officers at the door. His mother looked back at him with an angry look. Sorry I was stuttery, and I may pronounce things wrong, and I'm very sorry for that. And mostly the names. I think it was Lou. I think it was. Jeff was the easiest. But, part 2 is gonna come on the way. Hopefully I wasn't too stuttery. And I mean, if you want more creepypastas, or you want to read some, there's this app called Creepypasta Reader, which that's where I got Jeff the Killer, the original one. And I have heard of Jeff the Killer, so that's why I did it. There's like a whole bunch of like top creepypastas and stuff like that, if you want to do it. I don't really have a favorite creepypasta, but this one was a good one. Anyways, if you want more, I'll do it. And I think I should shut up now. And if the story does have bad words, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna replace it like how I did there, where it said what the hell. I placed it with heck. Make it more kid friendly. But anyways, that's it.